RGB RAM, case fans, and light strips aren't enough, and you need more?
I could have used a little more cowbell.
Check out this episode. This episode is sponsored by GIM. GIM is a company that specializes in gaming RGB devices such as fans, keyboards, light strips, RGB power extension cables, mouse pads, cases, and more. Welcome back to 6A Bravo. We've got another sponsored review by GIM. In this episode, we will be reviewing the GIM 24-pin RGB extension power supply sleeved cable. The cost of this device is $29.99, and it can be purchased on Amazon. I'll have a link in the show notes below. Let's check out what's included in the box. So you get a manual that's in various languages. Super small font, I might add. You get the RGB extension cable. There's a connection at each end for the lighting control connections. And you can see the RGB strips and power cabling are separate. You also get a connection cable for RGB control and a SATA power connection and lighting control. For the installation, it's pretty simple. The extension cable connects between your motherboard 24-pin connector and power supply cable. The RGB cables connect on either side of the extension cable and are then either connected to the motherboard with a 3-pin RGB header or to the lighting controller that connects to a SATA power. Since there's no wireless controller included, I put the controller on the bottom inside of my case so it can be reached by taking off the side glass panel. When using the wired controller, the operation's pretty simple. There are 3 buttons on the lighting controller. There's M, S, and C. M, you push to scroll through the different light modes. S, you push to adjust the light speed or hold to turn the lights on or off. And C, you push to switch colors or hold to adjust the brightness of the lights. When connected to a compatible motherboard with a 3-pin RGB header, the lighting can be controlled by various software, and is probably the preferred method if you don't want to open your case and manually apply any changes each time. So in conclusion, if you're a fan of RGB in your case, this definitely adds flair to any build. While I'm personally not a fan of RGB on my power cable, my wife loved it, so it ended up in her case. My positives and negatives of this device. First positive is the price. The price is comparable to non-RGB extension cables that I've purchased for some of my builds in the past. Easy installation. You just plug in between the power cable and the power 24-pin on the motherboard. And it can be software controlled, which I would believe would be the preferred method if you don't want to open your case and push the buttons every time you want to change something. I only have one negative on this. Even though it's not my cup of tea, I'm not going to bash it with any negatives. I only have one negative on it, and that is that there's no wireless remote as there are with the fans. You know, you get the wireless remote. This one, you have to go inside the case and actually push the buttons to make any changes if you don't have a motherboard that has the proper connection. So thanks for watching. Please give a like and a subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell so you can check out my future videos. Have a good one and stay safe.